Okay, so we're gonna be running this control point right here. We're gonna use the same build with the SMG and AR, and let's see how we do, right, with this new buff to the striker, right? Looks a lot better. So get involved in here, that right there. And the cool thing about this build is that you know, besides, you know, the striker being stronger now, now you kind of have the semblance from Division 1 striker, which is that healing, right? With what I put on this build, that's gonna help us. Oh, let me get some stacks right there. So as you see, I took some damage right there, but my healing is coming back. See how my guy is getting healed just by doing nothing, right? So that's why I chose what I choose for the thing right here. I can choose my SMG from close range. See how it just shreds even from far away. Oh my god. Even from far away, this SMG just, it melts crazy. Now the AR, I use that for long ranges. You know, it's better. Oh, why am I missing so many shots right there? That's crazy. But so let's go back to this SMG. I can hear that car coming from somewhere. Come on. This is insane. Dead. Dead. It's insane. So as you see, we have the healing, we have the damage, we have the striker back in game. This is how a striker is supposed to feel like, man. A simple change that made this though. So I'm glad they did it. Makes the striker better because if you know, it makes it fun to play. Now let's go pick up these other guys that's coming from this side right here. Actually, maybe this side. Yeah, I think in this side today. Okay. Oh. So from long range like that, I like to use the AR. I still hit hard though. I love this AR. See, I took some damage and I get my health back right away. So that's good for the survivability. Get my good SMG. Melt these two guys real quick. Woo, the vector, bro. Crazy. Yeah. Oh, even the hip fire. Oh, even the hip fire. No, no, you don't get me. Oh, you could have been done by now. And that's it. That's it. How long was that? Actually, that was like a 3 minutes run. Jesus, I think that was my fastest run on this control point. So hello everybody, welcome back. So as you see from that intro, I am enjoying this striker build a lot. The striker build is really good. It reminds me a lot of the striker from Division 1 because we have the healing, we have the damage, we have a lot of damage as a fact. We do destroying our enemies, and it's just fun to play right now with the striker because, you know, it feels like this is how it's supposed to be. So with that said, let's go over the build. Let me show you guys what I'm working with. Now to start off with the specialization, we went with the gunner. Now there is two main reasons I went with it. This talent right here on the gunner, instant killing, grants 10% armor on that kill, and also we have the barrage, which rate of fire increased by 5% on kill for 5 seconds. So we're gonna get like a 15% rate of fire increase to our weapon from the striker, but also we're gonna add this 5% on top of it. That's gonna make our weapon shoot really fast. As a fact, my vector is gonna be shredding with this RPM. Now moving with the build, so starting off with the mask, we went with the Bellstone Armory. I went with this one because after equipping one Bellstone Armory, you get plus 1% armor regen. Keep in mind this is gonna go up after I show you guys what I have on the builds. It's not gonna be only 1% on the build. The core attribute is gonna be armor. I have that max, and then attribute I have critical hit damage and critical hit chance with a mod of critical hit chance on this build. Moving on for the chest piece, we're gonna have the first Striker Battlegear piece that we have on the build. We're gonna have 4 of them on the build. By equipping 2 pieces, you get 15% weapon handling. By equipping 3, you get 15% rate of fire. And then by equipping the 4th piece, you get the Striker Gamble, the talent that makes the Striker, right? Weapon hits amplify total weapon damage by 0.5% and stacking up to 50 times, right? So you have a stack loss for each second, but you don't have a stack loss by missing your target, which was how this gear set worked before this update, and that was the change that made this gear set better. On the chest piece also, we're gonna have that talent, which is the press advantage. Increase max stacks for the Striker Gamble from 50 to 100%. So instead of that 50 right there, it's gonna go up to 100%, right? So doing the math, that's gonna give us a total of 50% weapon damage to our build once you have that full stack. Chest piece will have core attribute weapon damage, attribute critical damage, and then a mod of critical hit damage. The second Striker gear is going to be on the holster. We have core attribute weapon damage and then critical hit damage. The third, we have the knee pad. It's going to be the same, weapon damage and critical hit damage. And then last but not least, on the gloves for the 4th piece, we have also the same thing, weapon damage and critical hit damage. Now last piece that's gonna complete this build and make it really stronger and more similar with the Division 1 Striker is gonna be the Memento backpack. Now the reason why I don't go with this, right, the Striker backpack, is because I'm gonna get more damage out of the Memento instead of the backpack of Striker, right? Because of the backpack Striker talent, risk management will increase that 0.5 to 0.65, which translated is going to be a total of 65% weapon damage, so another 15%, right? But if I go with the Memento, I'm actually going to get a 30% weapon damage when the full stack of Memento is acquired. So 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and a 3% armor regeneration for 300 seconds or 5 minutes. And that's where that rest of that armor regeneration is gonna come from, right? Now going back to the build, so the weapons of choice is going to be a AR and also a SMG. For the AR we went with the Carbine 7. Now this is one of my favorite ARs in the game. It hits pretty good and with a good amount of RPM, and you know, it's just a decent weapon that I like using a lot. Now on this build is gonna have 909 RPM because of that buff from Striker, and also gonna have that 5% once we are on combat killing enemies, right? So that RPM is gonna be higher a little bit. For the core attribute we have assault rifle damage, health damage, and attribute we have damage to target out of cover with the talent in sync. Moving for the second weapon we have the Vector. This one, it has the talent also in sync, so it's gonna be the same, an extra 30% weapon damage, an extra 30% skill damage to the build. The core attribute is going to be SMG damage, critical chance obviously, and then attributes damage to target out of cover. Now to finish it off, checking on the stats, right, on this AR, the Carbine 7, we have a 35% critical chance and 128% critical damage, and then on the SMG, the Vector, we're gonna have 54% critical chance and 128 critical hit damage. For the armor, as I told you guys, gonna be 1.1 million armor, 110,000 armor on kill, and then once the Memento gets activated, it's gonna be 44,000 armor regenerations per second, which is gonna help us a lot and kind of get it similar to what the Striker is. Now overall, I love this build. Let me know what you guys think of this build. What type of build have you made from this new Striker change? I'm sure everybody's gonna come up with their own build, so I cannot wait to see all of that in the comment section below. So let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed, hit me with a like and I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.